Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Longhorns will kick off first, and here we go. And he's not going to take the touchback. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Turning it on! Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. The Dogs want to move quickly.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those choke plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things.
Could be an alley. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Wide open spaces. The 20. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And the Dogs have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll run play action. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
And I like the alertness by this defense. First and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. He'll bring it out. It's Simon. Gets it out to the 20. The run inside. It's Smothers.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Plows through the defense. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Running inside, it's Brown. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Arch is going to throw for it. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they weren't throwing to the sticks on that 3rd down. They hit the drag route, and they get a nice gain, but that now...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. 4th down, Manning. Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The give, running right, it's Frazier. Got a little grass. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, we're only in the 1st quarter, and already this guy has 2 explosive runs. He told us coming into this one he thought he could have a big day statistically against this defense. There was something he saw on film that made him believe he was going to have a lot of success, and he's already doing it now. He is breaking off big ones. He's showing you the vision. He's showing you the speed. Defense has no idea how to stop him.
On 1st down, Nate Frazier. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And he's in for his 2nd touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get the end zone, and I love when you can run the football as you get close to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Simon. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Spits it out to the back. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Manning to throw for it on 4th. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Quarterback making checks. Here's a give to Frazier. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Keep it on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. And he's not even close to the line to gain, and the defense makes the stop. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Arch Madness. Sets up the screen. At the 45 on its way. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. The run inside. It's Smothers. Might have a chance.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Right back to the well. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Motion from the back. Throwing Manning. Middle of the field, Coleman's got it.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
The Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Running inside. It's Brown. There he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Texas. Once he got some room, it was over. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Flushed out of the pocket. And the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out, and it's going to be a first down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
and defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more fit.
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wide receiver going in motion. On the run, it's Smothers. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. Go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have...
Caught! They will score! Touchdown, Longhorn!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw at Stockton. A little screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Finds the big tight end. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Off play action on 1st down. Might be looking to run. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Bulldogs take their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return with that small change. They take over at the 43. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Here's Arch to throw. Unloads it downfield. He gave his receiver a chance, and it pays off. What a tremendous grab. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to throw, it's Manning. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. Set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Simon. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping he lofts one down the sideline. Makes a deep grab. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has him set up 1st and 10 from the 48. To throw, Manning. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas! They take the lead here in the second half. Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. On the option. Now the pitch. This time, he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion, but was denied. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Got enough for the first. At the 45, on his way. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
Coming out with it, it's Simon. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Here's Manning to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. To the ground to try to move the chains. There's a crease. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Brown. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They go play action with Manning. Bringing the heat. He sacked this defense all over him.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground.
Looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Fielded in the end zone, it's Simon. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Manning finds his big tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Manning with a play fake. Steps away. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Escapes the pressure going right. Into the end zone he goes for the 2, and now they lead by 3 possessions. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Simon. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. Oh, he's got some space. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Here comes the offense on first down.
Here we go, ready.
Arch is going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Play action, here's Manning. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Looking to the big tight end. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, I've been there. This is one of those games you just want to forget right away and turn the page. 4 picks now thrown by this guy, and you're just not able to make your reads. Things aren't clicking. You're not seeing the field, and the ball's not coming out right. Next week cannot come soon enough for him, I can tell you that.
Brought down by the defense as he barreled forward for a pickup of 9.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying play action. Buying some time as he moves left. Quickly to the tight end. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
You hear this all the time, but you've got to be able to tackle the catch. Limit yak, right? I know that ball wasn't thrown deep down the field. As soon as that guy caught it, though, down he went.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Makes a catch. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Hey, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground.
He caught it. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the beatdown has ensued.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Gets the back moving. Arch Madness. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Wide receiver comes in motion.
Ready, go!
Manning on play action. He's going to fire deep. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap.
Here's a little room there. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Williams open on the right side. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. With all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Handoff for Frazier. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. And the Bulldogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Frazier again. Nice move there. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
They'll run with Nate Frazier. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try to run it with Frazier. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They go play action with Manning. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Looking for room, it's Smothers. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback, and I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.